Welcome to the back road to Indy. With host, myself, Rowdy Rod Richardson. Tonight, we have a very, very special guest. Many of you may have heard of him, his exploits here in the southern part of the state. John, the Mayor Sciscoe. Give him a hand, folks. Give him a hand. Thank you. The fans seem to be happy that John is sitting here on the couch tonight. Now, John, we're sitting here tonight at the 7 Shop. You know, tell us, you know, how did we get here? What started the journey in the short track racing? I mean, where did this all start?
Well, it started way back in the day. Way back whenever men were men, you know. But no, my neighbor had a go-kart, and that's where I got the urge to go. And then started racing karts. Went up through.
Interesting.
Went up through the ranks and mini sprints, and then got into dirt sprint car racing about 7 years ago, and started hanging out with old Rowdy here. And next thing you know, we're sitting here in the sprint car shop.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. The fans really like to get the background information. What makes the mayor the mayor? Okay. Tonight we have a very loose lineup as far as question and answer. Just go as long as you like with whatever you'd like to talk about. But let's start out. What's your feelings about the current state of sprint car racing? Just tell us about it.
Well, I think that it's going in the right direction. Really, you know, they're starting to grow again. And hell, I don't know.
That's the truth if I've ever heard.
Dude, are you being serious?
John, we have a tremendous looking sprint car behind us. Non-wing dirt sprint car. And I just get rowdy when I start talking about non-wing dirt sprint cars. Tell us a little bit about this whip.
Well, that's a 07 DRC. So it's pretty well your standard car. Nothing real special to it.
So when you say DRC, the Dr. Cindy, I see that on down tubes all the time. Is that the name of the company, Dr. Cindy?
Well, that's the first time I've heard that. But no, that's Joe Devon Race Cars.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's pretty nice, I guess. It's getting a little wear on it, but seems to do pretty well.
Kind of like, I see it's still together here. You know, we're in the winter time. Is this kind of like, A.J. Anderson once told me in one of these sit-downs, if it's still running when I shut it off, screw it. I mean, do you follow that same train of thought?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always nice when you can roll it back in the trailer after a night of racing, but sometimes you got a little experience of your own, you know. You wind up upside down tearing one up, but we were fortunate this year, and we didn't get upside down, tear anything up, so it's a good thing.
That's amazing. Amen to all those statements. Amen. Let's play a name association game here. I'm gonna rattle off some names. You just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. I mean, the first few are gonna be just easy because I mean everybody feels the same way, you know. Let's go. Dave, the deputy, Darling.
Oh, Dave's probably the most respected guy in the pit area when he's there every night. You know, he's just Indiana legend, and he always will be.
Great. John Stanbro. I know you've had some good duels with him here this year at Bloomington on the red clay. Duels. Tell us about it.
Yeah, there isn't no doubt about it. You know, in the end, that guy's the best there is right now, and everybody's chasing him, and you know, he's a nice guy, and you know, he's a very humble guy, and he's the best.
Interesting. Damian Gardner.
Damian Gardner. Me and that guy's, we've had our tussles together, and
Tell us about it. Why is that?
Well, we kind of get together sometimes when we're on the racetrack, but all in all, he's a really nice guy.
Interesting. I'm glad we can all be friends afterwards. I mean, things happen on the racetrack. Things happen. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
But let's go right down the road. 5 miles from where we're sitting. Steve Kinzer, the home of the King. Did Steve help you in your career? You know, how'd that go?
Yeah, actually, Steve's helped me quite a bit, especially in the past. He's really the one that gave me a lot of the stuff I needed to go racing the first year or two, that I raced. He's the king.
He is the king. They call him that for a reason.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Last but not least, USAC champion, Levi Jones from Aldi, Illinois. Recently married, proud father. What do you know?
Well, he's a 4-time champion now. What's he going on his 5th?
I really don't keep track, but that's what people tell me.
Yeah.
I should.
4-time. And, he's in a real tight battle with Brian Clausen for the Drivers' Championship. And, he's on top for a reason. Kind of says it all.
Better than being on the bottom.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen.
Now, you really have a special situation down here at 7 Racing. You have quite possibly one of the most notable crew chiefs in the pit area, and he's your brother-in-law. Your sister and him got married. You have Jared Fox, a former sprint car great, a former wheelman. Does that make it easier or tougher while you're in the cockpit knowing that you have Fox back there spinning the wrenches?
Well, it always makes me feel better because I know Jared knows how to work on them.
Are you sure?
Well, we have our moments, and we, I know he's going to get on me if I drive like shit. And I know he knows I'm going to give him shit whenever the car's a piece of junk. So, I like having him there with me. And it's hard to say he's my brother-in-law, but he's all right.
He told me one night that he gives you a Cadillac every night. He said it's a Cadillac every night. It just depends when the driver shows up. Now when you have, I understand all crew chiefs have that sort of attitude, but it's bred into the Foxes. I mean, they're crewmen, they're wrench turners, and Fox, he told me he gives you a Cadillac every night. What do you have to say to that?
Well, he's probably right. I probably can't disagree with him. A lot of times I don't show up and will.
Woo! Honesty is his policy. John the Mayor Sciscoe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a nice evening sitting down with you. What, if any, last words would you have before we go through and talk about our sponsors here, John?
I'd just like to tell everybody thanks for watching and for you having me on the show.
Man, folks, let's give him a round of applause. What a great interview, John Sciscoe. Folks, before you go, please have a look at our sponsors that make this all possible. Sprint Mark, Brownsburg, Indiana. If you need go fast parts, go see Sprint Mark. Okay? TP Wings. Even though this is a non-wing show, we have a wing sponsor. TP Wings. If you want to go fast with a wing on, call TP. And last but not least, IndyCar. Wow. Road to Indy. That's what it used to be. That's what it's going to be in the future. One last question before we go, John. We still have 30 seconds. One last question. How do you feel about running the Speedway if you ever got the opportunity?
Oh, that'd be a dream come true. Just like it is for everybody. I'd love to do it, but, maybe one day, maybe so, maybe not, but it'd be an awesome opportunity.
Wow. John, thanks for being on. Folks, tune in next week. We may have, the rumor is, I should not say we may, the rumor is, Ty, the Marathon Man Deckard from Springville, Indiana, will be in. Until next time, Rodney Richardson signing off.